Hello, welcome back to another Grade This Book video. We have another tough one here. Alright, let's take a look from the far away view. What do you see? Most obvious is this 2-inch plus corner crease here, right? Not bad. Rough on the edges, look like there's at least a 3/4 inch tear right there. Spine's pretty rough. Look like the staples are attached. Bunch of reading creases along the length of the spine. Couple tears on the right side. Even right here, this could be another 3/4 inch tear right here across. Now from far away, I see some very large, long creases. This is one of those books that I suspect that it look worse in hands than in the picture because the frontal view kind of hides a lot of the flaw, but if you hold this book up at an angle, I think it's going to look pretty rough, as well as more visible. You see the creases here across Dr. Doom, across Spider-Man. It doesn't seem bad, but I suspect that the crease go all the way from his foot, if not all the way to the edge, all the way up. You follow the pointer all the way through the D. Okay, so it could be one of those big 8-inch crease, okay, and that look like it's a couple. So let's zoom in. All right, okay, so once again, let's check a look at the right side. Okay, pretty rough. All right, so just want to confirm, yes, that's a tear right there, right? Add on to some more tears right there. Look like some creases at the corner as well. Nothing surprising, but okay. Now let's take a look. Hard to tell, okay, but I can say for in good confidence that the crease go across the D, across the I. Who knows where it goes? Okay, who knows? I can't tell from the picture. This is the best that we can see. I can still see a breaking fiber right here. See where I'm circling right here, the black. But after that, that's the last remnant of the crease that I can tell. All right, so that's pretty long. Okay, like I said, it's like a good 8-inch, if not even much bigger. Okay, now let's take a look at this crease here, the second crease. For sure, it's at least 3 inches across Dr. Doom. That one I think is okay, but still, there's all kind of surface dimples and stuff. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have a good 6 to 8 inch corner crease right here, plus all kind of surface wear. All right, so take a look. Let's take a look at the back cover. Okay, so here's the back cover of this book. Okay, you notice something? Look like this book once had staple. Okay, you can see the holes here. Somebody long ago put 3 staple onto the spine of this book. It was removed. Not a big deal in this low grade. Okay, extra staple is not gonna hurt the book. I always remove any extra staples on books that I bought, especially if it doesn't need it. Sometimes people just put staples on books even when it's not necessary. And even if it is necessary, I would have to think about it. I can't recall when the last time I bought a detached book that had staples that I removed. I don't think ever. But I have removed a few times extra staples that was not needed. And they didn't hurt the grade. Okay, so at this low grade range, the extra staple removed, the holes, not a big deal. But you can see stains. Okay, these are stains, I believe, not foxing along the spine. Little water damage here on the top right. Look like a 1/2 inch tears right there. Let's zoom in. Okay, zoom in. Yeah, doesn't look pretty, but at least it's not, worse as far as big corner creases. So the one thing that the back cover has going is outside of the rough overhang, as you see here, little spot of moisture damage. Okay, and the small tears here. It's not a big deal. Now the question I have is, when you have moisture damage right here, does that mean that there's also moisture damage on the front cover in the area? So before we look at the final grade, let's re-examine the front cover closely in that area, top left corner of the front cover, to see if there's any remnant of moisture damage there. Okay, so let's do that real quickly. But as far as the back cover, nothing bad outside of the various spot of stain and the small tears. Okay, nothing glaring. Okay, so we jump back to the front cover, and it's hard to say. Okay, sure, can I see potentially that the moisture damage is also on the front cover in this corner? Possibly. Okay, I see remnant of something that look like it could be moisture damage, but it's not big. At least the moisture damage is not, all over the front cover in this corner. It is not. Okay, it's not a big spot. It potentially could be just a little bit here, so it's not a non-issue. But on close-up, you can see the holes where the staple was, right? This one right here, there's little holes right there. Can you see the other holes? I'm sure hard to say where the other holes were. Okay, so now that you see the back cover as well as the front cover, what do you think? For those that seen this video in sequence, I'm sure the last video that you saw of the grading series was a book that I call a 2.0, right? Certainly this book looked nicer than that copy, correct? Sure, this one also have a very large crease, but it doesn't have as many large crease as the other book, and the back cover doesn't look as rough. This book, in my opinion, is a rough 3. Okay, a rough 3. I personally, I would give it a 2.5. It's one of those books where it's slightly better than a 2.5, to be honest, but slightly, if I give it a 3, I can see why some people would disagree. Okay, I certainly wouldn't call this higher than a 3, but as a seller, if I have to list the book, I would say it's between a 2.5 and a 3. It's definitely better than a 2 for sure, but I can't see it as a 3.5. So I would sell this as a 2.5 and be content with the price of a 2.5. And if somebody buys this book from me, this is just a hypothetical scenario. It's not my book. But if someone buys this book and slap it and get a 3, they would be happy. Let's take a look at what my comic shop say. And there you go. My comic shop gave it a 2.5, the same grade that I would give it. Now, as I said before, can this be a 3? Yes. Would I be happy as a buyer as a 3? Not really. It would be an ugly 3 for me, but 2.5 would be fair. As always, CCC can give it something completely different than 2.5. So I got it. Okay, the whole process of these videos is to show you the thinking process on how I approach grading books. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.